Hey, win on me, win on three. Ready, 1, 2, 3. Win!
Oh, yeah!
Stop playing with a P! 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 Stop playing with a P!
Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Facebook James. Welcome to the show. Welcome to This Week in Pali Football. I am your host. Man, there has been so much going on within the past week or so with Pali football, and I am here to bring you the updates, all the information that you need to make your Pali world just trying to make you feel informed about everything Pali football. So welcome to the show. If you're new here, I'm Facebook James, and I'm a Pali football dad. I'm having 3 sons go through the program, and so 2 older ones have graduated, and I have a son who is he'll be a junior this year, participating on the football team. So just labor of love. That's why I do this. And so if you're watching right now, just go ahead and give me a hashtag Pali football. And of course, if you're checking us out on the replay, go ahead and just drop hashtag replay squad. And that way I'll know that you're here. If you drop the hashtag Pali football right now, and then I'll come back and, definitely respond. If you have any questions or comments as it relates to Pali football, we'll love to answer. So just welcome to the show. Let's just go ahead and hop right into it. We got a lot of information, and we have a wonderful guest. Matter of fact, our guest for today is Mr. Jonah Manheim, who is a Pali football alum. That's right. He played several years ago, and he's went on and graduated from college, and he's back. And so he's wanting to come back and assist the team. And so we're going to have a chance to talk to him, and you can ask questions if you like. You can put them in the chat. But just so happy to have Jonah Manheim as a part of our show tonight. So, as always, go ahead and, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to This Week in Pali Football on YouTube. And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start using YouTube for my lives instead of Facebook. Yeah, I know. I'm not trying to get a new nickname. I know you guys call me Facebook James. I'm not trying to be known as YouTube James. However, I think it's just easier for me to go ahead and curate a lot of videos and information and content over there. It's just easier if I go live on the YouTube page instead of trying to go live on the Facebook and then bouncing it over to YouTube. So going forward, we'll definitely go live, and we'll put that information on our Pali football high school page so that everyone can know and where to find us. And of course, we're live tonight on a Thursday night, which might be a better night for us. Wednesdays is kind of crazy, and so just moving into the season, we used to go live on Thursday nights, giving like a game preview of the opponent and just talking about Pali football. So we might just move and just keep this particular slot 7:30 on Thursdays, and so we'll definitely let everyone know. Okay, so here are some of my quick announcements, really quick. Things I've talked about before. However, sometimes the parents miss an opportunity to get informed, and so we'll go through the regular things. Physicals. It is time for the boys to get physicals. Go either to the CVS Minute Clinic, $69. You can go there. You can go to your own doctor, have them fill out the physical forms, and you're going to turn that information in. And I'll let you know where and when and how to get that information to the proper place. So again, you have options to go to your own doctor, your own pediatrician. You can also use the CVS Minute Clinic, cvs.com. Go there for more details. You can use my friend, Dr. Oh My Back, who's a Pali football dad. Dr. Brumfield, he'll take care of you. Same physical that CVS will do. His charge is $40. And so you have options. And just in case you forgot how to get the forms, or you need to know how to get the forms, well, you go over to palihigh.org, and you're going to click on the athletics page. It's right here. I'm scrolling over, and you go to the athletics homepage. You click on that link right there, and you know, they've made it so much easier. I know when Jonah was around, I'm not too sure if they had a link on the website, and maybe we'll talk about that. But now it's just so easy where you can find the documents. And so athletic forms right here, you click on it, and you just download the forms right here where it says Pali High Athletic Packet. And so all you have to do is just click on it. It's a PDF. You take that. There's either 1 or 2 forms that you take to the doctor, have them fill it out, and then there's information right here. Now, the parents, a lot of parents miss this. The athleticClearance.com is a place where you would upload the physical forms from the doctor. And then there's a whole bunch of questions that has to be filled out. And so here it kind of explains what needs to be done. It's very, very easy. It's going to take probably about 20, 30 minutes, depending on how fast you're able to fill out the form. And so just go through the whole form, upload it, and then answer these questions. And then you'll receive an email if your son is cleared for the football team. And so please just make sure that you do that, or else the boys will not be able to practice. It is very, very important that this information is filled out prior to practice, because if they don't have it filled out, they will not be able to step on the field. And so it's very, very important that they get this paperwork done. So please, parents, if you can help, and even boys, if you're watching, you know, I know my son, he took the initiative and he kind of filled out everything and had us sign, and he wanted to upload everything. So however it gets done, just please make sure it gets done. All righty. We've talked about conditioning. It's begun already. The boys are into their second week, and JV is happening every Wednesday from 12 to 2. I believe they're in the weight room in the varsities, 3:30, and it began last week, 3:30 to usually around 5:45, 6 o'clock. They're hitting the field, and right now they're going through 7-on-7 tournaments. And so last week we had a wonderful time out in Culver City, but now is the time to get the boys ready, conditioning. And so when fall practice hits, they can be out there and doing what they need to do to get ready for the new season. So again, we just finished talking about the 7-on-7 tournaments. We had a wonderful time last week at the West Side 7-on-7 tournament hosted by Culver City. And here are several of the images. You should be able to see them. There's my lovely face. Hey there. All right, so here's some of the images that I took of the boys. Group photo right there. They're just ready. All smiles at the beginning of the tournament. And as the tournament, there's our guest, Jonah Manheim, with some of the boys, just encouraging them to, you know, play hard and, you know, mindset. What's the mindset for playing in this particular tournament? Hugo right there, just move and maneuver around, trying to evade the defender there. And then Dylan was dropping some long balls. It was a good experience, I think, by all the boys. They had a wonderful time out there. And again, another group photo of the boys in the huddle. And so we're going to talk with Coach Jonah about that. And then we also had an opportunity to talk to Dylan. Dylan is the QB we saw. I believe this is Dylan right here, who was our starting QB. And so he had some words right after the 7-on-7 tournament. And so let's hear what Dylan has to say.
Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Facebook James, and we just finished our first 7-on-7 of the season, and I'm here with the QB, Dylan. Dylan, how'd it go, man?
It went pretty good. I mean, obviously we competed, and that's kind of what we came here to do. Some schools are, you know, some like 7-on-7 is just pretty much for the offense, just to pick everything up. And it was really important for us for receivers, because last year we didn't throw the ball as well as we wanted to.
Right.
So now we're developing the 7-on-7 so that when the linemen come back on Friday nights, we could, you know, start really throwing the football much better.
Absolutely. Now, how did you feel personally getting the ball out to your receivers? We didn't fare too well in the competition, but how did you feel overall, just in terms of your ability to get the ball out to your guys?
I mean, like, obviously, I did all right. I mean, honestly, I made some good throws, I made some bad throws, but all I know is I got stuff to build on. You know, I made some key throws, some good deep balls, some good intermediate routes, and just basically it's just a lot of stuff to build on, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, we just finished here at this second annual Culver City High School 7-on-7 tournament, and we have El Camino Real next week. What can you tell us about next week, and just preparing for that tournament next Saturday?
Obviously, all I'm going to say is we're going to take a next step. We're going to score some more points. Defense is going to get some more stops. And, you know, it'll be fun watching the linemen and get a little hot dog eating contest, all that fun stuff.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, we're going to keep competing, and we're going to keep getting better every week.
Well, good, man. We'll look forward to seeing you next Saturday at El Camino. And if you're watching, you want to come on out and hang out with us. We'll be at El Camino Real at their 7-on-7 tournament. I'm sure information will be coming out later, so expect an email. And so, Dylan, great job. And this is Facebook James signing off from the Culver City 7-on-7 tournament.
Thank you.
Peace out.
Yeah, so we had a wonderful time out there. The boys really got a chance to see what they can do. You know, they only had 3 or 4 days of practice. And so with that, you know, like Dylan said, he was able to get some long balls in, some intermediate routes, and the receivers were receiving. They were doing what they were supposed to do. So it was a wonderful experience for the boys. And, you know, we're going to have Jonah. As a matter of fact, you know what? We're going to go ahead and bring our guest on. So let me just go ahead and give a small introduction. There's my big self right there. Okay. So, yeah. So our guest tonight is man, he's a really cool dude, right? He's been around, he's been on the field, he's played through some tough games, and actually one of the games that I always reference, it seems to always come up in the conversation with one of the coaches, he played in that game, and maybe we'll have an opportunity to kind of dialogue and talk about that game as well. But I want to bring on the oldest Manheim son, the son of Lisa and David Manheim, my man, Jonah Manheim.
Thank you. Facebook James, thanks for having me.
Hey, man, how's it going?
I'm doing well. Can't complain. Happy, healthy. Good to hear from you. We've been seeing you frequently here in these past couple of weeks, and we'll be seeing each other a lot more here as the season progresses, for sure. So
absolutely, man. Just let us know, what have you been up to? Of course, you know, like we said in the intro, man, you played QB at Pali for a number of years, man, and you went off to college, man. So just kind of fill us in. What have you been up to?
I graduated from Indiana University this past May after being there for 4 years, and have really just been hanging with the family back home, hanging with some friends, and you know, just trying to get accustomed to the real world and start applying to some jobs and stuff like that. But luckily, I have you know, supportive parents and a good family to come home to. So that's where I'm at right now, and we're excited for what's to come here, whether that be associated with Pali football or beyond, and wherever my career takes me. So
absolutely. Yeah. Now, quickly, just tell us, what was your college major and minor over there at Indiana?
Yeah, so I was a sports marketing and management major, which pretty much, simply put, is you're majoring in like the business side of sports. So nothing to do really with like player personnel or coaching or stuff, but like, you know, the marketing and all the external stuff that goes on, which is a lot more than what the common fan or common person really thinks. And then I had a double minor in just standard business, and then something that I'm passionate about, and obviously we'll talk about here, is coaching. I was able to have a coaching minor. When I saw that, I'm like, that's just an opportunity that I can't pass up. Just a couple extra classes. It was super happy I was able to do that. So that was what I did in college. I was actually able to talk to some of the guys last fall or in the spring or something about, you know, the opportunity to be able to learn about sports in college, which, you know, I don't know if a lot of them knew or know, but it was a great experience for me, and there's a lot of great programs out there, and I was happy that I pursued that, and will continue to pursue that, and yeah, it's been great.
Absolutely. No, man, it's great to have wonderful parents, man. Your parents are great. You know,
totally.
They have a special place in my heart, you know, especially Lisa. You know, Dave, you know, your dad does too.
Yeah, Lisa, yeah, totally.
Yeah, but definitely just, you know, dealing with the Pali QB board and just everything. Her energy is just infectious, and so just really appreciate her, and just looking forward to just continuing to collaborate for the next 2 years, seeing that, she has a son who's also a junior as well. So she's going to have to figure out time, what she's going to do away from Pali football once Toby leaves. So that's always good. So first question for you, man, how does it feel to return back to the field where you once played, and just threw the rock, to your teammates?
Yeah, I didn't throw the rock that much. We were a run heavy team for sure, and that probably had a lot to do with the guys that we had and just kind of the system that was in place. But it feels really, really good. It's a lot of memories, good and bad, but mostly good. And I've really enjoyed every moment that I've been back here for these past couple weeks, and obviously continuing moving forward into the season, as we'll discuss. But it's just a new perspective, maturity, stuff like that. Just being able to bring that to the table and have a sense of like being able to relate with the players as a younger person, adult, whatever you want to say. Being there, out there on the field, helping them as the best that I can. So it's been really, 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 really great. So I'm
good.
Haven't looked back. It's been awesome.
Now let me ask you. Do you have a favorite Pali football moment of yourself, either on the field in the stadium by the sea, or maybe an away game?
Yeah. So I don't know if I'm alone in this, but everyone, when you're done playing, you dream about the memories and stuff and looking back. But I have dreams about practice, which is surprising to most. I don't really have dreams about the games. I have dreams about practice, which I think is kind of funny. But we had some like Navy SEAL beach workouts down the hill there. Some post-practice drives, to Garden Cafe, in the village to get some grub post-practice. But my best playing memory, which I don't know if it's the game that you were talking about, was the game against Hamilton, my senior year. Was that it?
Man, that's like the game. That's like the game. That's like folklore.
It's one of those that I will definitely never forget. Played absolutely terrible in the first half. Got pulled, then got put back in for the second half. We were down like 30-0 going into the second half, and then I think we ended up scoring 33 straight points or something like that. Crazy.
It was 28-0.
Okay.
And then I think we came back and won 35-28 or something like that.
Something like that. All I know is that we came back. It was a team effort. It was great. It was that's something that will always live up here forever. So it was great.
Yeah, man. No, anytime I reference or think about high school football and just the comeback in the second half, for me, that is like the game in my mind when I think about just high school athletics and what can happen on the football field and not giving up. I mean, a lot of teams would be, they would have just mailed it in. It's like, okay, we down 28-0, but man, whatever, Coach Hyde or, whatever was said. And I don't think, cause Sir even told me, he was like, wasn't too much said during, at halftime.
I think it was more, we knew that should have been a game that we were winning and we should win. So it was kind of, Coach Hyde came in and didn't even really scream or anything. It was just kind of lit the torch under our butts, and it was more of a self-motivated group effort there. And once we stepped back out on that field, we were ready to go. I think that has a lot to do with the group of guys that we had, and also the coaching, of course, that prepared us, for those moments. So yeah, great for sure.
Definitely. I mean, just, you mentioned that you didn't sling the rock that much, but, there were a couple of passes, and I remember a few passes that Quinn caught in that game, and, it was thrown by you. And so, you probably weren't known for your arm, but, definitely managing the game and, every now and again, throwing it up top to your boys. That was definitely key in that particular win.
Totally. I like to be modest in that sense too, but we had some we had some great players, and as job as a quarterback is just to get those guys the ball. So that was really just mitigating mistakes and get your athletes the ball in space, and that's kind of what we've been preaching here in these past couple weeks here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And let's kind of talk about, you being back and, just your motivation for coming out and, helping, the young kids on the field. And I know in recent years, we haven't had, an alumni like yourself to come back and say, hey, I want to work with this particular group of kids. And so you've come back and, for the past couple of weeks, I've seen you out there, just working with the QB. So just kind of, your motivation for just coming back and giving back to the Pali football community.
I mean, I had a great experience at Pali and a great experience playing on the football team. So being able to come back and help hopefully make the experience for these guys, the same or better than what I had. That's obviously one thing. And then, really, I do really enjoy coaching. It's really fun. It's the closest thing you're going to get to being able to go back out there and play. Still have those, competitive juices flowing. When I go out there and practice. But I think it's the passion for coaching, and I have like a unique player, still young, provide to the current guys. And helping them, mature as both young men and as players. So, but I didn't know if I was just going to be going in to help quarterbacks. I've been doing a lot of stuff with helping with the install and helping with the offense, and I've been working with the receivers and the running backs. So
sure.
But and if we'll talk a little bit about the Culver City 7-on-7. Which maybe we can just go right into that there.
Man, listen. You trying to help me to transition?
It seemed too good. It seemed too good.
No, actually, no. I do have that clip of you and Quasi, just kind of talking about your experiences. So as they say, let's go ahead and roll that tape. So let's see what you guys had to say as a result of the 7-on-7.
Yes, sir.
All right, everyone, we're here with Coach Jonah and one of the receivers, Quasi Gilmore.
Yes.
Quasi, just tell us about your experience here at the 7-on-7 in Culver City passing tournament.
I really liked it. It was a good experience, seeing all the schools just all coming together. Definitely for our team, I know we have a lot of work to do for sure, and a couple things I did wrong, but I mean, overall, it was a good experience.
Absolutely, and the good thing about it, man, you get to go back next week and practice, and then you have another chance to get it right. We have a 7-on-7 at El Camino, man. Just tell us what you hope to have happen next week at El Camino.
I hope we go at least the second round.
Okay.
I know we're not really a team. I can see we need either some team bonding thing, because we're not really like tight like that.
Yeah.
So
which I think will come with time. We had 3 days of practice with install, and we came out here at the end of the day and we competed with the guys that we had, and we got athletes who are fast and can run. Defense is going to get better, and with time I think this team will mesh. It's all time, right? We've only been here we had 3 days of practice this week, and we came out here and we balled out for the best of our ability. So keep grinding, keep getting better, keep competing, we'll be good to go.
Absolutely, and we know that you're a former Pali QB here, man. What is it like just coming back and helping the squad, just coaching up the quarterbacks?
Yeah, I mean, it feels great. I thought I was originally just going to be helping out the quarterbacks, and then just calling plays and running install for what will be, moving on here in the future for our offense. I'd love to be able to stick around and help out, but as an alumni, being able to come back and just compete. I was jittery this morning, like it was game day for me, back in 2017 or whatever. So I was getting fired up, and as I want to give that energy off to the boys, and we'll keep competing, and we'll be good to go.
Absolutely. Well, we have another week to get together, so we hopefully everyone come out and support us next week at El Camino Real. Look for some information to come out, and appreciate you, Coach Jonah.
Yep.
And Coach Quasi, or Player Quasi. We appreciate you.
And
Cheers,
guys.
Facebook James signing off.
Yep.
Peace out.
Yeah, so there you go, man. And, as Quasi said, 3 days practice, they still need to bond as a team. And a lot of teams have already had, especially non-LAUSD teams, they've had that time where they're built-in practice time, and they've been practiced for weeks upon weeks. And so here we have guidelines within LAUSD and the school district that kind of prohibited the boys from actually getting together as a team, right? And so you putting together the install and just trying to make it happen for the boys. I think, like you said, everything will come in time. And so, now that you've had a little bit more time to work with them, did you see any difference between last week and this week?
Oh, 100%. We have gotten significantly better. I think that also has to do with some coaching help that has come in this week that we can talk about a little bit. But it's significant improvement from Monday of this week. But really with 7 on, it's all about, competing and going out there, flying around, and just, really make the mistakes now. And really 7 on 7 is merely practice against other guys. So as long as we're making those mistakes now and not in the season, that's what's important. But in regards to improvement, definitely getting a lot better.
Now, without giving up too many details, just the difference between some of the plays and, just the camaraderie that has developed since, from last week to this week. What can we expect this coming Saturday at this upcoming tournament?
Yeah, I think we'll be a lot more organized. Just even with another 4 days of practice, we've been able to really refine the plays that we were running on Saturday, along with some new installments and new installs for different plays that we put in this week. But boys will be flying around. They'll be competing with that same energy that we had on Saturday in Culver City, on Saturday and at El Camino. I think the boys are really excited. We're eager to get back out there and hopefully win some games. And we do really feel that the pool that we're in and the teams that are there, I think it's a winnable bracket. And so we're ready to go.
Yeah. Here's the funny thing. So, of course, we were on the practice field, at 6 o'clock, and I had to hurry home to get here and, kind of prep for this. And I had the bracket ready to go, but I did not put it in my particular scene. So let me just, I know who we're playing. And so let me just, for the boys who are, or parents who might even be watching. So, again, the 7-on-7, the tournament play or pool play begins at 9 o'clock. And so if you want to come on out to El Camino Real, which is out in the West Valley, we would love to have you. Not only are the skill positions, participating, but there's also a big man challenge. And so I know that 9 o'clock we're playing Crespi, which has always been kind of tough. And then at 9:30 we're playing Campbell Hall. And then let me see if I can go to the other. Then it looks like we're playing East Lake. I'm sorry. Yeah, East Lake. And then we're playing Banning. So we have a full day of games, and that's in pool play. So again, parents, come on out, bring your boys, even if they're not a part of the guys who are playing. It was actually really great to see the non-players last week standing on the sidelines with you guys or with us.
Totally.
And
I know there were
go
some
ahead.
siblings, right? Some Eli, my younger brother, was there. Noah, who's also a former player and has a brother on the team, younger brother. So it was good. Some other guys as well.
Absolutely, man. You must kind of know what my next question is going to be. I kind of saw you out there just today, just kind of coaching your younger brother out there. What is it like, man? What kind of goes through your mind, you coming back to coach at Pali and just seeing, being able to coach, your younger brother in some of the plays on the field?
Yeah. Sorry, I just got a second call there. I had to hang up on them real quick. It's been a great experience. It's good to be out there with him, and but really, it's, I got to treat him like every other player, and I think it's important to be able to separate being a brother and being a coach. But I think it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. We have the drive homes, we have the drives home together, and it's usually once we leave the practice field, it's really not a lot of football talk, kind of minor here and there, but as soon as we get on the field, then it's the player and the coach, and but it's been awesome. It's fun. It's a great time, and it also helps that he's on defense a little bit too. So, and on the offensive side, so.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think,
great.
Even, there has to be that balance, even with, even though I'm not on the field coaching, I've noticed all my sons on the field. And so when I'm out there, either taking pictures or, doing whatever, it's just, I just love the interaction, right? Just being able to see it firsthand for me, for me, it's probably a little bit different because I'm a parent, but for you, I'm sure you're kind of reminiscing and reflecting about the times you might have, played in the backyard and just, tossing the football, with your younger brother. And now, you have this opportunity to kind of coach him in high school. And so I know for you, it, maybe for you, it might not be emotional, but for someone like me, if I were to see, my older son coaching or doing something with my youngest son on the field, that would kind of bring like a little tear.
A little tear. It'll be, it's going to be a great time. And there'll be some good photos for sure.
Absolutely.
To look at down the line.
Absolutely. And then I know your dad, several years ago, he took the 2019 team. They had a couple of 7-on-7s. And so coaching just kind of runs rampant in your family. Coach Dave, I think, took a couple of teams over to,
did some 7-on-7
yeah,
tournaments.
some 7-on-7 tournaments. And so coaching just kind of runs in the family, man, just all that football talk. And that must be a plus for you.
Totally. It's like you said, we're sure runs in the blood, and it's just we don't know if we're good at it or we like it or we just enjoy it, but nonetheless, it's something that we all have done and experienced and enjoy.
Absolutely. And I guess your mom is watching, so she adds a comment saying that she's a proud mama, as you should be, as you should be. So let's go ahead and, we've had a lot of, and I haven't mentioned it either, but we're having to not have Coach Hyde. He's not returning this year. And so, let's just talk a little bit about Coach Hyde and just his influence on you as a player. He's accepted a coaching position in New Hampshire, and so he was definitely part of that. When was your senior year again, Jonah?
I graduated in 2017.
Okay, so you were
2016, 2017.
The 2016 team, man. The Hamilton High comeback, man. Do you have any funny stories with or about Coach Hyde?
I don't know about funny stories, but definitely, great memories. And really Coach Hyde, really installed in me some values that have really, gone beyond, the baseball field, the football field, in regards to toughness and, really just perseverance and, you name it. He really helped instill some of those values in me. And he really, at the end of the day, had the players' best interest in mind in regards to preparing them to win football games and beyond, which he did every year. He had a winning season, which is obviously very hard to do. But he came in and he had the way that he did things, and obviously it was successful based off of the wins and losses, the players that went on to go play in college, and where the program is at now, which is, I think, better than better than when he got there. So,
absolutely.
That's where really what it comes down to with Hyde is that, he was tough as nails and made his players tough as nails. And, he kind of trickled down, his philosophy trickled down from the coaches all the way down to the players. So I hope that he is happy, of course, and has some success. I know he will in New Hampshire.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so we have with Coach Hyde leaving, we have a co-head head coach position kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, not kind of thing. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
We have Coach Chris Hyduke, who's been around since I've been at Pali, and then also Coach Rocky Motts will share co-head coach duties. And so you've had experience with Coach Motts. Just kind of tell us what he brings and what also Coach Hyde brings to the table as they'll share that coaching title.
Yeah, I have always loved Coach Motts. He's one of probably like the only coach that I really had steady communication with after my playing days at Pali, and he was always super supportive of me and a quarterback's ally, especially when Hyde would come and give you a good old ripping on the sidelines, which was, I think, vital to my growth as a player and as a person. And it's important to be able to learn that was his just way of communicating that he wants you to do better and be better. And you got to take it that way and do better and get better and not make the same mistakes again. But I had an amazing relationship with Coach Motts as a player and a coach, and now it's been a smooth transition from player-coach relationship to now a coaching-coach relationship, where we're the two guys that are helping out with the offense, and we'll see how it progresses and formulates, manifests moving forward here into the season as we get rolling here.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm definitely going to bring Coach Hyde on and just kind of, share, just some final thoughts, if you will, just thoughts about Pali football, just his 8 years at Pali. And, I know Coach Motts, probably not as intimate as you do, but, because he was part of your coaching staff, but, just seeing him around, he's always had a smile on his face. He's always upbeat. And I know that him and Coach Hyduke, they're going to be great. I think it's a easy transition, from Coach Hyde, and I just can't wait to see, just what's going to happen, the team flourishing, and along with your assistants, and not only you. There have been other ex-players. I've seen Xavier Whitfield. He's been out there helping out as well on defense. And so it's going to be a wonderful time, I think, for Pali football. We're not going to miss a beat. And, hats off to you, man, for coming back and just wanting to give back to the Pali community. I know the I know the QBs will be just that much smarter. And if they come in with, your same type of football acumen and knowledge, they're going to be fine. And so I just can't wait to see what happens this season. And, man, just can't wait to just get it rolling, man.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited as well. And I hope my job will be to make sure that those quarterbacks who are getting to step on the field will be better than me. That is my goal. So we'll be out there. We'll be ready to compete. Motts has been great. Hyduke is great. Defense, offense. Boys are excited. We're going to get it go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, man, I don't have anything else, man. Is there anything else you want to share with the Pali football community before we close out?
Just come out and support when the season starts. Show some love. Boys are working hard, and hopefully we'll be able to put on a show for everybody. And I know we're going to win some games, so just make sure that we're out there on Friday nights at Stadium by the Sea, and we'll be good to go. It's going to be a great time. Absolutely, man. No, it's going to be a blast. And I'm actually looking forward to Saturdays, 7-on-7, just to see the difference in the mental mindset of the players.
And I know that's something that Coach Hyde always, talked about, what's the mindset, sir would always say, what's the mind, and so I know the mindset, I know that still is going to continue throughout the football program, just, making sure that the mindset is there, that the boys are ready to play. We're definitely going to supply everything that they need, being part of the Pali QB club. And so, like I said, I'm anxious to see what happens on Saturday. And then, with regular fall practice happening and we get into the games and scrimmages and all that kind of good stuff. So it's a wonderful time. And I'm just hoping that, in terms of the health guidelines, I'm hoping that people can be smart, that we can have fans to support our football team. And so, man, yeah, it's just crazy. So, but I appreciate your time, Jonah.
Thank you.
Again, you know how I feel about you, man. And, just looking forward to see good stuff coming from you, being a part of the Pali football squad.
Appreciate it. Thank you. I feel the same way towards you and all in your family.
Absolutely.
Much love for sure.
Absolutely. Well, Jonah, you can go ahead and I know you're a busy man, and we appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna actually close up here and then have some dinner because I'm kind of hungry. So I appreciate you, and we'll talk.
I'm hungry as well.
I'll see you.
Thank you. I'll see you soon, man.
Yes, I'll see you Saturday.
Thanks, guys.
All right, guys. So that was Mr. Jonah Manheim, the eldest Manheim son, and so I just appreciate him hopping on with us today, just talking about Pali football, just some of the things that he remembers, and some of the things that he's going to help, bring to the table this coming season with our QBs. And so, man, wonderful time. And again, I just can't say this enough. Come on out Saturday to the 7-on-7. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and put some music on. Let's play some music really quick. And come on out and join us this coming Saturday at El Camino Real if you can. 7-on-7. There's 4 games in the pool play. There's a big man competition. I believe the team that eats the most pizzas, the team that can squat the most, and we're looking at mostly our linemen. And so usually at the 7-on-7s, it's only for our skilled players. However, El Camino Real, they're calling this the Royal Rumble 7-on-7 tournament. And so they're opting to include competitions like a tug of war. Who can bench the most? What team can squat the most? What team can eat the most pizza? And so come on out and support. There should be an email going out very, very soon from our wonderful board president, Lisa Manheim. And so just look for that, the Royal Rumble, happening this coming Saturday at El Camino Real in the Valley. A pool play starts at 9 o'clock, and so we're asking the players to get there at least by 8 o'clock in the morning, maybe 7:45, just to ensure that they get there. And look for the big blue Pali football tent. We will be in the house, definitely. And so I'm going to sign off. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them in the comment section. And our next broadcast, I think I'm out of town next week. We'll see. But whenever we come back live, we'll have Coach Hyde as our guest, and then we'll also introduce Coach Rocky Motts and Coach Chris Hyduke as the co-coaches going forward for this football season. Alrighty. There's nothing else. You guys have a wonderful evening. Thanks for watching. And as always, go Pali. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hey, win on me, win on 3, ready, 1, 2, 3. Win! Yeah! Stop playing with a piece! 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 Stop playing with a piece!